Something major is changing in the workplace right now, and I think a lot of people can already feel it. Job descriptions are getting longer. Companies are asking workers to do more. Teams are getting smaller. And quietly, artificial intelligence is starting to reshape how work gets done. But here's the part many people still don't fully understand. A lot of companies are no longer just looking for more employees. They're looking for employees who know how to work with AI. Because a single worker using AI tools can now sometimes do the work that used to require multiple people. And that shift may become one of the biggest workplace transformations of this decade. What's happening? A lot of people still think AI is coming sometime in the future. But the truth is, it's already changing the workplace right now. What many companies are looking for today is not necessarily more employees. They're looking for employees who know how to work with AI. And that's changing the structure of jobs themselves. Right now, AI tools can help workers write emails, summarize meetings, organize information, create presentations, generate marketing content, analyze data, automate repetitive tasks, and even assist with customer service. So what used to take several different support roles can now sometimes be handled by fewer people using AI-assisted workflows. That doesn't always mean a company is replacing every worker with artificial intelligence. Sometimes what's actually happening is restructuring. Roles are being merged together, expectations are increasing, and workers are being asked to wear multiple hats. One employee may now be expected to handle communication, organization, research, scheduling, reporting, and content creation, all with the help of AI tools. Inside Genesis 2050, this is what I call workforce compression. Not because humans suddenly became less valuable, but because AI is increasing the amount of output a single worker can produce. And whether people realize it or not, this shift is already starting to reshape the modern workforce. Why companies are doing this? So why are companies moving in this direction? A big part of it comes down to economics and competitive pressure. Businesses today are under constant pressure to reduce costs, increase efficiency, move faster, and stay competitive in a rapidly changing economy. And labor is one of the biggest expenses most companies have. So when artificial intelligence allows workers to complete tasks faster, automate repetitive work, or handle multiple responsibilities at once, companies pay attention to that very quickly. AI is becoming a force multiplier for business productivity. In other words, it increases the amount of output a worker can produce. And that's changing how companies think about staffing. Many businesses are no longer asking, how many employees do we need? They're starting to ask, how much output can we get from fewer people using AI-assisted systems? For example, one marketer using AI tools can now create content, write emails, generate ad copy, organize campaigns, and analyze customer data much faster than before. One administrative worker can now manage multiple workflows with scheduling tools, AI assistants, and automation systems. One creator can produce scripts, graphics, voiceovers, captions, and social media posts using AI-enhanced workflows. And one analyst can process massive amounts of information in a fraction of the time. Inside Genesis 2050, this points to what I call the lean labor economy. Not because companies suddenly hate workers, but because businesses are increasingly being rewarded for doing more with fewer people. And whether we agree with it or not, that pressure is helping accelerate the restructuring of the modern workforce. The new hybrid employee. And as companies continue moving in this direction, something else is starting to change too: the worker itself. Because the future workplace may no longer revolve around employees doing one narrow task all day long. Instead, companies are increasingly looking for adaptable workers who can manage multiple responsibilities while using AI tools to increase productivity. In many industries, the most valuable employee may not necessarily be the person with the most degrees, or even the person working the longest hours. It may be the person who can learn quickly, solve problems, communicate effectively, and use AI tools to enhance their work. In other words, the workforce is starting to shift toward hybrid employees, workers who combine human skills with AI-assisted capabilities, people who can think critically, communicate clearly, adapt quickly, and use artificial intelligence as a tool instead of seeing it only as a threat. Because the reality is, AI still lacks many things humans naturally bring to the workplace: judgment, leadership, emotional intelligence, creativity, decision-making, human connection. But when those human abilities are combined with AI speed and automation, the productivity level can increase dramatically. And that may become one of the defining career advantages of this decade. Inside Genesis 2050, this points to what I call the human plus AI collaboration economy. An economy where workers are increasingly valued not just for what they know, but for how effectively they can work alongside intelligent systems. And the most valuable workers may not be the people competing against AI, but the people learning how to work with it. The danger most people don't see, but there's another side to this shift that I think many people still don't fully see yet. The biggest risk may not actually be artificial intelligence itself. The biggest risk may be failing to adapt to a changing workplace. Because as AI tools become more common across industries, workers who ignore these tools could eventually face increasing pressure in the job market. Not necessarily because they aren't intelligent, not necessarily because they aren't hardworking, but because companies are beginning to value speed, adaptability, and AI-assisted productivity. And we're already starting to see signs of this shift. More job postings are asking for experience with AI tools. More companies are expecting workers to handle broader responsibilities. And more industries are beginning to integrate automation into everyday workflows. This is starting to look less like optional technology and more like a new form of workplace literacy, similar to what happened with computers, then the internet, then smartphones. At first, those technologies seemed optional too. But over time, people who learned how to use them gained a major advantage in the workforce. And the same thing may now be happening with AI. Inside Genesis 2050, this points to what I call the AI literacy divide, a growing gap between workers who understand how to use AI effectively and workers who avoid it, fear it, or never learn how to work alongside it. And the reality is, this divide may affect career growth, income stability, job opportunities, and long-term economic mobility. But this doesn't mean people should panic. It means people should prepare. Because the workers who stay curious, adaptable, and willing to learn may be the ones who remain the most valuable in an AI-assisted economy. How people can prepare. So if this shift is already happening, how do people prepare for it? First, I think it's important to understand that preparation does not mean becoming a computer engineer overnight. And it does not mean people need to fear technology. What it does mean is becoming more comfortable working alongside AI tools instead of ignoring them completely. Because the workers who stay curious, adaptable, and willing to learn may have a major advantage moving forward. Right now, people can begin learning simple but valuable skills like using AI tools for research, using AI to organize information, using AI to improve writing and communication, using AI to automate repetitive tasks, using AI to increase productivity in their current job. And the truth is, many people are already using AI without even realizing how deeply it's entering the workplace. It's showing up in customer service, scheduling systems, search engines, healthcare, marketing, education, office software, and hiring systems. So this shift is becoming part of everyday work life, whether people actively notice it or not. And the goal is not becoming dependent on AI for everything. The goal is becoming more valuable in an AI-assisted economy. That means strengthening both technical adaptability and human skills at the same time. Communication, leadership, problem solving, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, creativity, because those human abilities still matter enormously. In fact, they may become even more important as automation increases. Inside Genesis 2050, this connects to what I call career resilience, the ability to keep adapting as the economy changes, the ability to learn continuously, and the ability to combine human strengths with emerging technology instead of being left behind by it. Because the future may not belong only to the people with the most technical knowledge, it may belong to the people who are the most adaptable. The workplace is changing. And whether people realize it yet or not, artificial intelligence is already starting to reshape how companies hire, structure teams, and define productivity. But I don't believe this means humans suddenly become worthless. In many ways, it may mean the opposite. Because as automation increases, the value of human judgment, communication, leadership, creativity, and adaptability may become even more important. The future may not belong to AI alone, and it may not belong to people trying to compete against AI either. It may belong to the people who learn how to combine human strengths with AI-assisted tools in a rapidly changing economy. Inside Genesis 2050, this is not just a technology story. It's a workforce transformation story, an economic restructuring story, and ultimately, a human adaptation story. The question may no longer be, will AI enter the workplace? That's already happening. The real question now may be, how prepared are we to work alongside it? And how do we remain valuable in a world where productivity itself is being redefined? Continue learning about how artificial intelligence is reshaping careers, leadership, business, and the future of work. Make sure you subscribe and stay connected to Genesis 2050. Remember to recognize the shift, protect your income, prepare wisely,